Hey guys, back for another shipping video, and excuse me my old dirty t-shirt this week, but the guys just pulled me out of the workshop. I've been down there doing a lot of R&D this week. Actually, what I'm working on is working on the relaunch of and the redesign of our basses. We're currently developing a six-string bass, six-string acoustic bass, which is really nice to be able to add on to the Emerald lineup. But we're also redesigning the necks on the 4-string and 5-string as well. So we're doing a little bit of an update that's going to come right across the full range. So you heard it here first. So that's what I've been working at this week, and I love that. That's really my happy place. I have a nice office, but I don't like to be in it. I like to be at a bench, making stuff, designing stuff, and stuff that's eventually going to find its way to the shipping video. So here we are for a shipping video. And a very nice lineup of guitars again this week, all going out to the USA except for one that's going to Spain. So almost a clean sweep this week for the USA. And what I'm going to tell you about as well, a little bit further in, is the tour. We're going off and doing some reconnaissance this week for the Emerald Tour, but I'm going to tell you that in a little bit. So let's jump in. Let's have a look first of all. The first one's going out to Gerald in Delaware. So as often happens, we're starting off with the smallest in our lineup, which is the X7, or a little 24-inch scale parlor sized acoustic guitar. So this one is finished in green transparent. It's got the white dots on the fretboard, green transparent blackened sides, and the black hardware. Now, we were just having a conversation. I'm going to do this again. I'm going to try and educate everybody about our colors. It's really hard to get it across to you guys exactly the intricacies of our colors. We have black carbon fiber here with a transparent color over the top. It's transparent green. And if you look as Andreas takes the camera across the surface of this, you're probably seeing it looking lighter and darker. And sometimes we get questions, or we sometimes get confusion about, oh, I expected the guitar to look brighter, or I expected it to be darker. The reality is these are transparent colors, so there is no degree of brightness. The brightness of the color is dependent on your light. Got to think of it the same as a stained glass window. On a bright day, the colors in that are vivid and bright. On a dark day, they're dark. And that's the beauty of it. But also it's a real challenge for us to communicate that to you. On a static photograph of one of our guitars, you might see sections of it looking dark, sections of it looking bright, and that's as the light comes across it. And that brightness to dark will change depending on how the light hits it. So it's very different than a solid color, but it's its beauty. It really is its beauty. You know, different light, different color, different guitar, and so yeah, it's always changing. But I just have to always reiterate that, because we don't want you to be disappointed when you buy a guitar. We want you to understand what it is you're going to get. And that's the same, not just on the carbon guitars, also on a lot of the wood veneers, because you're putting a transparent color on them as well. So it can happen on wood veneers. So next one up is going to Raymond in Spain. Similar green, that green transparent. And the green's a beautiful color because it really does catch the light. It can look very dark, it can look very bright, and everything in between. So it has a beautiful reflection of the light. So green carbon all round, black hardware, and this is the Virtuo. So the Virtuo is our, what many call the most versatile guitar in the world. I'll let you decide that for yourself, but it is a very versatile guitar. You've got an electric guitar here. You've got the Fishman Fluence humbuckers. You've got a three-way switch to switch between them, and you've got a volume and tone. You've got push-pulls here that'll allow you to access different tones. So you pull this up, you're getting single coils, coil tap. You pull this up and you get a more sort of modern, overwound, overdriven humbucker sound out of that. So it really allows you to have a lot of different electric guitar sounds out of this guitar. Now, it's an acoustic guitar, it's a hollow body. It produces acoustic sound, even though we have electric guitar strings on here, and that's to optimize with the Fishman Fluence. But we've got the piezo pickups that pick up that acoustic sound in the whole body of the guitar. So you've got your acoustic guitar built in here with your volume and a push-pull for a mid-dark tone, and then you've got a three-way switch to go between the magnetic, the piezos, and everything in between. Then also you've got another volume control, and this controls the 13-pin out as well. So you've got a lot of different versatility. You can blend them all together here, get so many different tones, and yeah, it's a very, very versatile guitar. Beautiful ergonomics, got that really nice contoured body. Got a great acoustic sound as well. Whenever you're not plugged in at all, you still have a nice acoustic sound. And yeah, if you're looking for something that really allows you to be an electric guitarist and acoustic guitarist all in one, maybe you're doing like a cover gig or something and you're doing a lot of different genres of music, then this is really, really brilliant for that kind of place. Now, another Virtuo. This one's going to Roger in Arizona, and this one is red transparent. So again, you know, you see what I'm talking about. Really, it changes depending on the angle and the light that's hitting it. And we have two studio lights here that's shining on it, so it's quite bright light. But again, as it angles maybe towards the wall or whatever, it's picking up the reflections and the darkness of that area. So so red carbon with the black hardware in the headstock, and yeah, another beautiful piece. So next up we have another beautiful Virtuo, and this one's going out to Paul in Texas, and this one has got a Paldao veneer on the top. And Paldao is a very nice light colored wood with a beautiful iridescence and this black grain structure running through it. So when we put the transparent teal over the top of this, the light wood really brings out the color, and then the black wood stays dark. So it gives you this really nice pattern effect. The color just has a beautiful depth to it with that iridescence in the Paldao, and absolutely wonderful top on this. Now we've got black hardware throughout on the headstock and the pickups, and then this beautiful inlay. It's we've got our Celtic rose on the fretboard, done with a silver stem, and then the red rose. So perfect timing, Valentine's Day and everything else. So yeah, beautiful red rose. I love that. Actually, I think we've seen these coming through a lot with white, and that might be the first time I've seen one with a silver stem. But I think a silver stem looks absolutely stunning on that guitar. So I'm probably wrong in that. We've probably done one with a silver stem, but it just is really standing out in my memory in this one. Transparent teal on the back and sides as well. I love that color. Very, very nice. And if you've been watching the shipping videos regularly, you'll have seen a lot of teal guitars coming through over the last while. And you can see now why. Nice one, Paul. Okay, so next up is Robert, but what I'm going to do is tell you about what we're doing this weekend. So this video is going out, we're recording it on Wednesday, it's going out on Friday. And on Friday I'm going to be going out along with Kim, taking her away for Valentine's Day. We're going to take a day away from the factory, and we're going to be doing a lot of the route that we're going to be doing on our music tour. So we're going off and visiting some of the locations and some of the providers. And we'll probably film a little bit of content along the way. Kim is always really good at filming her little social content. So hopefully we'll put some of that up over the weekend. So keep an eye on our socials. It's on Instagram, Facebook stories, something like that. But what we're doing is, as I say, is going out and having a look at the beautiful locations that we're going to be visiting. And if you don't know about the Emerald Tour, we ran 2 of them last year. And basically what we did was we used our county as a stage for a fractured music tour over a fractured music festival over a course of a week. So everywhere we went became a stage. We went to castles, we went to forts, we went to lighthouses of beautiful locations all around the county, and everywhere we went became a stage for incredible music. So we're doing that again next year. We have an all new itinerary for the May tour, and we're doing the same itinerary as last year on the September tour. So if you're interested in coming along, May is almost booked up. There's still a few places, but not many places left. I think we still have a good few left in September, but we had just the most amazing time. It was just such a great trip last year. I love doing it, and everybody that was on it absolutely loved it. So if you're on the fence about doing that, get off the fence and come along. It's a great way to come and see Ireland and see some great music. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that actually. It's going to be a fun day touring around the county. Now we have Robert in Rhode Island, and Robert has gone for the X20. The X20 is our beautiful full-bodied acoustic guitar, and this is the guitar really that started the success of Emerald in a whole new way. It was the guitar where we really, I think, put all the innovation that I had learned over the previous years, put them all into one guitar, really did it as a study in ergonomics and sound. And when I launched this, I was very nervous about it because I thought maybe it was a little bit too forward thinking, you know, with this offset sound hole like this and all the bevels and contours. But really, whenever I was true to what I believed in for design, people really embraced it. So let's have a look at what makes the X20 really special. Well, the first thing, this was the guitar where we first started doing the offset sound hole that straddles both the top and the side. And it's a very, very unique sound hole design, but it's been very, very successful. And then we started to carry that right across our full range of guitars. So you'll see that now right across the full Emerald range. But what this sound hole position does is it allows you to take away the hole that would normally be here onto the strings, which is a very high tension under stress area of the guitar. By taking it away from there, it allows the entire top to resonate a little bit better. It increases the overall area that you have here to resonate and create tone. Putting the sound hole here also, it allows the sound to project towards you. So you may, whenever you're playing an acoustic guitar, very often I used to anyway, lean over the front of the guitar and put my ear towards the sound hole, and you just heard it with more of a degree of fullness. And with this, you're getting that all the time. It just projects that sound way more towards the player, so you hear the guitar in a very different way. So it's a fantastic way to have a sound hole. Then the bevels and contours. So the ergonomics are very important to me in a guitar, and how you interact with the guitar when you're playing is it's a very important thing. So we've got this asymmetrical side, a very important curve that's unique to our guitars, that allows that to sit exactly in the right plane. So rather than being straight across the guitar or the side like that, this angle goes here. So whenever you're playing guitar, you're not playing straight across your body, you tend to play at an angle. So that allows it to sit just perfectly in your lap. Then we've got the rib bevel here, a nice little addition, allows it to sit into your body a bit better there, and the arm bevel as well. So a lot of details that just make this a very comfortable guitar to play. And often hear people coming back to us and telling us how they've been able to play their Emerald much longer than they've been able to play with their other guitars. So that's always really, really nice to hear, because that's what we like to do is just have people playing these guitars and enjoying them. So this one is finished in black carbon. So we were talking about color. So this is without any color. It's transparent clear over the top. We just put a little black burst along the edges, and it just sort of softens the lines on the edges a little bit, but it's just transparent over black carbon fiber, the natural carbon fiber that we build the guitars with, and it's got the black hardware, and this is a pure acoustic. So this is the most sort of straight up form of an Emerald X20 that you can get, and it's beautiful. Now we have this one going to Rachel in Minnesota, and so basically the identical guitar to what we had going on here, but with the transparent red over the top, just gives you that extra burst of color, and I really love the reds. I think they catch the light beautifully. It's got a real nice depth to it. Again, the black hardware, and this one has the LR Bags pickup system. So we've got a volume and tone mounted discreetly in the sound hole. And that works great as a sound hole control. Normally you'd be down here if you were using a sound hole control in a regular guitar, but with the offset sound hole, it just positions it perfectly. So another great benefit of having that offset sound hole. And the other great benefit is you're not going to drop your plectrum in, and if you do, it's easy to get it out. We've all done that, bouncing our guitar about trying to get a pick out of the sound hole. So that's one of the, maybe that's the best feature of our offset sound holes. So next is Tom Walker in New Jersey. Look at this beauty. Another X20, and this one is black quilted maple with transparent gold over the top. So you'll have seen our black guitars. We've got one coming up in a second, and so we dye the quilted maple black, but with this one we've put a transparent gold over the top. So look at that burst of color, absolutely stunning. Some really nice detail in this piece of quilted maple as well. So it's a book match quilted maple, and I love the tight quilting that's happening down here. Book match just gives a really nice pattern, so beautiful kind of symmetry happening there. We've got silver vines on the fretboard, and then the black hardware up there, the black Goto 510s, and then black carbon back and sides. So it's black and silvery and grey, but just that burst of colour then in the centre. Wonderful guitar. So Tom, look forward to hearing what you're going to do with that. That's a beauty. Now Bruce in Pennsylvania, another X20, but a very different X20. So this is an X20 nylon. So we've taken the X20 body, we mold it in quite a different way. We modify the neck, and we modify the bridge obviously for nylon strings. So so quite a different guitar, but yeah, we love having the nylon string guitars in our range. This one is again quilted maple, and a very nice quilted maple with this wonderful grain pattern, create with the beautiful symmetry in the center with that book match. And this has been dyed black, so we're getting that wonderful color that we get when we do the black dye, and still has all that wonderful movement and depth from the quilted maple. We've got that beautiful carved tie bridge on here, and then our signature slotted headstock. Very, very nice design with the stepped sides, and the strings that we use incidentally on our nylon guitars are Optima Gold. So it's actual 24 karat gold plated on the wound strings, and yeah, wonderful strings. So it's the Optima number 6, in case you're wondering. So back and sides is red transparent, and that really contrasts beautifully with the black quilted maple on the top. It's got the LR bags pickup system on there. So very nice nylon. And now here's a cool one to finish with. It's going out to Philippe in Illinois, and this is a X20 Lefty 12 string. So so the X20 is one of only 2 models that we can do left-handed. We've got the X20, and then we've got the Amicus. We've got a Lefty version of the Amicus, but because we have a mold for a 6-string X20, it also allows us then to modify it for 12 string. So we don't do many of these, but it's wonderful to see them. This one is stunning. Look at this beautiful piece of royal ebony, amazing pattern on the top here, beautiful book match, and just so much detail going on in that wood grain, with that really, really light wood, and then the jet black running through it. Royal ebony is just a fantastic piece of veneer. We love having it. The inlay on the fretboards is the gold vines, and on the headstock then we have the black hardware. Those wonderful Goto 510s that hold tuning so well, really, really high quality, super stable, and then a black carbon back and sides. So another wonderful guitar to finish with. So there we are. You know, as always in the shipping video, it's very nice to see a full range of guitars that have come through our production over the past week. It just lets you see the variety and the fact that, you know, rarely 2 guitars are the same. So so that's it. As I say, I'm going to be going off and having a little journey around County Donegal with Kim on Valentine's Day. Might buy her a rose along the way, and we might get romantic. So so yeah, keep an eye out on our socials and see what we've been up to. and maybe we'll put a couple of videos in next week as well, couple of little clips in next week's shipping video. Oh, and the other thing I need to mention, last week, if you didn't see last week's shipping video, we did the In Tune challenge where we were sending those guitars off to their owners and asking them to play Wish You Were Here when you get their guitars. We've already had one video that was sent in to us from somebody who just received their guitar last weekend, and but yeah, we're going to do that. So if you've got an Emerald guitar coming, then yeah, we'd love to see you play that song whenever you take it out and check if it's still in tune. Anyway, guys, whatever you're doing, have a great weekend, and I'll see you again next week.